So there's been a lot of hype this summer around electronic dropper seat posts with the release of the Fox Neo Transfer, and you might have saw some blueprints online of a redesign for the SRAM Axis post. Today we're going to take a look at actually a lot of mechanical seat posts that are a much more affordable option and what a lot of us here at Jenson ride on our daily bikes. So over the last 5 years or so, I've been able to run all of these dropper posts on my personal bikes. So I'm gonna kind of give you a review of these posts based off of my experience as a rider. We're not gonna dive super deep into the spec charts and the technical details of these posts, but really how they behave out on the trail and what you're gonna experience as a rider. So in the video today, we're gonna go over the current Fox Transfer seat post and the OneUp V3 seat post. We're also going to talk about the previous generations of both these seat posts, which you have available for a great discount right now. And at the end of the video, we're going to talk about my favorite seat post of all time, so stick around for that. I have this beautiful 5010 in front of me. This belongs to Danny, who is our bike build manager. Danny has chosen to run the Fox Transfer mechanical post on his bike. The new Fox Transfer is available up to 240 millimeters. One cool feature of this post is that it's available in 5 millimeter travel adjustment. A lot of posts on the market have travel adjust, but it's in 10 millimeters. So if you're really looking to get that maximum height out of your post, this may be a good option for you. They also spend a lot of time on the interface inside. That is where the travel adjust occurs, so that there's no plastic bushings hitting each other that can create just wear over time that actually will change the travel of your post a little bit. So just a very durable system that's going to be long lasting and not require very many service intervals while out riding. So from one transfer post to another, on this high tower I have in front of me, that belongs to Mark, our social media and event manager. Mark has decided to run the Transfer V2 on his bike. You can always tell the Transfer V2 because it has this kind of bulbous bolt interface where the saddle connects to the seat post. One of my favorite things about this generation of the Transfer is it's very smooth, very light lever actuation, and then also very smooth through the travel and has a nice crisp top out at the top of the post. So the V2 Transfer is available at our website right now for a great discounted price because it is a latter year model. So if you're looking for a great post at a decent price, check out the Transfer V2. So this beautiful Yeti SB160 in front of me belongs to myself. My name's Kevin and I run the affiliate and ambassador programs for Jenson USA, and I have chosen to run the OneUp V3 dropper posts. This is their newest seat post that they came out with this year. Some improvements of this seat post compared to the V2 is there's less play in the interface. The old seat post had an aftermarket kit you could buy to, remove some of that play, whereas this seat post just comes out of the box with a lot less play. It also has a lighter actuation than the previous V2 post, which I like a lot. One of my favorite things about OneUp posts is they're incredibly easy to service. So you can easily re-grease the seal underneath the collar here by just unscrewing that collar. And then if you do have to do a full rebuild of the post, that's also very simple and can be done in a matter of minutes to get it deconstructed. So overall, very user-friendly and a very standout product. It's considered by many to be kind of the benchmark for dropper posts in the mountain bike space. So I'm here with another red Santa Cruz high tower. This one belongs to Ryan, who works in our bike build department, and he is running the OneUp V2 seat post. As I mentioned, comparing the V2 to the V3, the V2 usually has a little bit more wiggle in it. And the reason OneUp did that in their design is, frame seat tubes have different tolerances, and they wanted to make sure that their post didn't bind or seize on any frame, so they gave it that wiggle room and then offer those aftermarket kits with oversized pins if you want to tighten up that post, but it's not necessary at all for the function of the seat post. This is one of the greatest seat posts ever, from the standpoint of there's probably more people with this post on their bike than almost any other post out there. It's currently a great deal. We have them with a amazing discount, as it is a previous generation, but still a very solid post. It has a little bit stiffer actuation pressure than the V3, but again, for the price that these are now offered at, it's truly an incredible upgrade for your bike. It also has a very low insertion length, so if you are pretty tight on how much post you can get into your frame and still get the most drop out of it, definitely look at the OneUp, because it's going to allow you to get that post as far in the frame as possible so you can receive the maximum amount of drop out of your post. So the last bike we're going to take a look at today is this blue Ripmo. This belongs to Faith, who works in our warranty department. And Faith is currently running the BikeYoke Revive. Now, at the beginning of this video, I alluded to, I was going to talk about my favorite dropper post of all time, and it is the BikeYoke Revive. So the BikeYoke Revive is a little more expensive than some of the other options out there, but it does have a very high level of quality. There are a couple, cons I have about the post, which I will say, because I did run this post for 3 years on one of my personal bikes. My favorite thing about the BikeYoke was how soft the actuation is. So to push on this lever is super soft. It doesn't take much force. It doesn't stiffen up through the stroke of the lever as well. So it's a nice smooth feeling the whole way through. What is a con about this post that is not a con on most other posts on the market is the fact that the collar right here isn't actually screwed on. This is one solid machined piece of metal. So you're unable to pop this up to, just access more grease and kind of just clean up the seal interface. But I will say that I ran this post for 3 years without any service to it, because it is difficult to service, and it was still running fine when I finally moved on to another post. So these things can last a super long time. They're very high quality. They have very little wiggle up here on the saddle. So if you're looking for a really high quality post that you can install and then forget about it for a very long time, the Revive is a great choice for you. Most other posts I run do require a little bit more service throughout the life of the post. But honestly, for the little extra price, I do really enjoy the Revive. One more interesting feature of the Revive is its hydraulic reset. So sometimes when you flip the bike upside down or change elevation, anytime the post is put in a precarious situation, sometimes it kind of gets squishy where it's no longer locked out. And it's very quick and easy repair. There's actually a 4 mil bolt right here that you put a tool in, you turn the bolt, and then you push down the seat while the bolt is turned, and then release the bolt, and it brings the post back to its normal operating level. This reset is, again, something that you don't have to do very often, like maybe every 6 months or so you might have to do it, but it's a very quick fix to get the post back to full operating hydraulic potential. So we took a look today at 5 of our favorite cable actuated dropper seat posts. We went over some current generation posts from the top brands. We went over some great closeout discounted posts we have on the website right now as well. If you're looking for a new post, maybe to increase the height of the drop you have, or you're just looking for a smoother post to upgrade your bike, take a look at all the dropper posts we have at Jenson USA. It's a great upgrade to your bike that isn't gonna break the bank. Until next time, keep riding out on those trails, and we'll see you out there.